Hello, this is Mark from My Keys to Music, and I'm excited about this particular video because it's something that I've been reviewing and researching for the last 30 days or so. It's called Reverb.com. You might have heard me mention it in videos in the past where I'd get those great pictures of the electromechanical keyboards. Those keyboards, for whatever reason, there's great pictures on Reverb.com, and I happened to look more and I said, wow, this is a cool site. This is like buying and selling. It's like eBay made for musicians. It's pretty awesome. So, at first I kind of looked around and, was maybe just testing the waters, and I said, you know what, I've got an old USB mixer, and I shouldn't say old because it's practically brand new, but I got this mixer, maybe I could try selling it on there. Now, truth be told, I've sold things through eBay in the past, both music equipment as well as technology equipment, so I'm no stranger to eBay now, but I wouldn't call myself a certified expert by any means. Maybe I've sold 7 or 8 things through eBay in the last 2 years or so. But it's not something I regularly do, but I was familiar with the process enough to get over that first hurdle of, okay, how do I list the item? How do I handle the shipping? What if I'm not home? All this stuff. All of that fear had gone away. So I said, okay, let's list this item on Reverb.com. So let's go take a look at what that looks like. And incidentally, this particular mixing board, I listed both on eBay at the same time as Reverb.com, and 13 days later, Reverb snagged the sale. So let's take a look at this. I've logged in as me, and I'm going to go to my listings here, and we'll go take a look at that listing. So what I listed here is a Behringer, the Q802 USB input mixer. 13 days old. I sold it for $59, and I include the free shipping with that. And the way I listed it, it was simple. Just create a listing and start taking pictures. Take pictures, upload the pictures, piece of cake. What I normally do is I take a picture of the box first. People love to see that you have the original box, and they like to see almost as if they were picking it out off the shelf and now they're going to buy something new. The next picture I traditionally do is I open the box, put all the components very carefully on the floor, nice and neat or fairly neat, so that they can see what's going on there and they can zoom into any of these pictures. So I'm taking these pictures simply with my iPhone, nothing major as far as professional camera or anything like that. Then I tend to take the back, the front, the left, the sides, everything, including the bottom. That way people can see the serial number, they can see all the details, they can see the condition with a piece of equipment. If the bottom is clean and the sides are clean and everything's well taken care of and dust-free and all that stuff, people know that, hey, this has barely been used, it's been in the box the whole time and that sort of thing. So those are my pictures. You can see that I have one small abrasion here on the left, just a tiny nick. I'm not even sure how that happened. I might have dropped something on it or something, but that's the only blemish on this entire thing. So to me, that meant I shouldn't list it as mint. I should probably list it as excellent instead. And that's what I did. I wanted to be honest. I wanted to list it as excellent. To me, mint means you cannot find a single flaw with it. You may well have just taken it out of the box. You know it works. It's mint condition. So I put excellent, and I feel good about that. And it sold rather quickly. Then the description, I just literally stole that from Amazon. I just looked up that thing on Amazon, copied and pasted the Amazon description because they've already done the hard work. And I'm an Amazon associate besides, so I'm always trying to sell things for people on Amazon and things like that. But that doesn't matter. I even put a little note here. Note I took this above description from a listing in Amazon just to make it easier to list. Because who wants to type all this out? Who wants to read the box and type all that out? No one's going to sell it better than the manufacturer or an Amazon listing. And generally speaking, that's the best way to list it. And how did I know what to price it? Well, I looked both on eBay as well as Reverb, and I priced it somewhere, not above everything else, but either at or below what things were already selling for. It's been my experience that if you start putting things in higher than what the going market is, they'll just sit there forever and ever. No one will buy it. Now, of course, there's always exceptions to that, and I'm not a dead expert on this. I really don't. This is my first time I've sold anything on Reverb.com, but I'm kind of excited to tell you about it because you might be sitting on the fence out there saying, wow, I've really been wanting to sell stuff on Reverb or some other site, but I just haven't been motivated to do that. I just don't know even where to begin, and I'm sort of reluctant. And I'm saying this because I used to be very reluctant to sell things online. But sites like Reverb and eBay make that super simple. And I'm sure there's others. And if you have other input, if you already know everything I'm talking about here and you want to share your experience, please leave that in the comments so that we can all learn. So that's the listing. Sold it. Now it's time to actually ship this. So I sold this morning. I got back to the house here and I'm ready to take this on and actually ship this out to the person that bought it. So obviously I can't show that information here, but what I can show you is I'll go and get a shipping label. And when you go get a shipping label, it tries to gather the details. It already knows where it's going because it knows where you sold it to. It knows where it's coming from because you're going to fill that out here. And that just gives it the vicinity of where it's coming from. Then you want to specify either the inches in pounds or the centimeters in kilograms, depending on what country you live in. So I already took measurements of this, so I know that the box itself is 14 inches by 12 inches by 4.25, give or take. I don't know how exact you need to be. The box itself told me that the gross weight is 5.7 pounds, so I'll put that in there as 5.7 pounds. Then you can choose to use Reverb shipping protection, and you can read all about that. I went ahead and paid the extra $1.18 to get it protected. If they lose it or it gets damaged, I'll be protected. That's essentially what that is. So now I can review the rates. Notice that the signature required is mandatory when you pick the protect this shipment. It's going to require a signature. Okay, then again, I can't show you all the details here, but the purchase shipping label. This shipping label will be billed on your monthly statement. Reverb will send the buyer tracking details. So what's interesting about this is it's going to create a shipping label. All you have to do is print it, and you're going to be deducted, in this case, the US Post Office. I don't know exactly what kind of shipment choices you're going to have. So I'm going to choose UPS priority, or USPS, that's United States Post Office priority, delivery in 1 to 3 business days. To me, that's reasonable. Certainly the price is reasonable, $13.41 here. And notice that you'll save some money. You say, well, how can you save money? Generally speaking, and eBay works like this as well, that there's so much commerce happening through Reverb.com that they can actually provide a discount to all the people that buy and sell through Reverb.com, which means that you're actually paying less here than you would if I went to the actual post office and said, here's my package, what are you going to charge me? I'm actually going to pay less this way, so this is the way to go. So I'll be paying $13.13 for this, plus my shipping protection, with a total savings of 90 cents. My shipping is going to be $13.41. Great. Notice the other options here. You could do next day delivery, and these are pretty pricey. Now that could be that tomorrow is a Sunday, and that's maybe why it's pricey that way. But either way, I'm going to send this United States Post Office, so I'm going to go ahead and purchase the shipping label. In addition to getting a label, you can actually print a packing slip, which is something that you can actually put in the packaging, sort of making it official or a little bit more professional. So it doesn't give your exact address. So even though my name, My Keys to Music, is on here and all that stuff, they can see my picture and all that, that's no problem. It doesn't actually give my actual address. Now, obviously I have the address of the purchaser because otherwise you can't get it to them. So if you're buying something, obviously that address is going to be exposed to whoever's selling it to you. And then it shows me the item here, and there we go. Thank you for your business. So that's my packing slip. I think I'll go ahead and actually print that as well. And now I'm going to print the shipping label. And it shows me here all the information. It even gives me the tracking number, which is fantastic because then you can track it along with the purchaser. So I'll print the shipping label now. And you can see here, it's just a little part of a paper, so you'll want to cut this. Certainly you can bring it to the post office directly. And I bring the label and then they tape it for me. That way they tape it in the right place. In addition, I tend to buy boxes too, because I don't want to ship in the actual mixer box. That would be a big taboo because obviously electronic devices, if they're in their original box and out there in the world, people are going to say, oh, well, there's a mixing board. Let me just grab one of those. So always put it in a brown cardboard box, and that's what you can buy at these sites. Now you can, if you have a box, you can go ahead and ship that as well. And that's essentially it. That's how you list an item, that's how you sell an item, and that's how you ship an item. All right, I hope you learned something from this video. Stay tuned for more. I've got a ton of content planned. I mean, a ton. And actually stay tuned because right after this, very shortly, within a day or two, I'm going to release another video which talks about an exciting purchase, and I'm keeping that as a surprise. But I bought something very fun to buy on Reverb.com, and you can see what that's like. Thanks for watching.